And this reminds me of my favorite desert RPG sequence, or I should say the most memorable desert walking sequence. Anybody a fan of the Breath of Fire series? I never played the first two, but I played 3 and 4 back in the day. I don't know what it was about 3, and it probably does not hold up hardly at all, especially the old, conventional turn-based RPG things that aren't as palatable as they used to be. But it had a particularly memorable desert section, for me at least. In that it was kind of tedious. You had to always follow the North Star, you had a limited amount of water that you could carry with you, you always wanted to make sure you camped out during the day, otherwise your party would gradually lose their HP and die. That was a neat convention though in Breath of Fire 3. Having things that make your, not permanently, but until you sleep at a regular inn. I think sleeping in a tent doesn't do it, you have to actually sleep in an inn to restore all your health back to full. I think that was a consequence of desert crossing with reckless abandon. My party of choice was always Ryu or Ryu, depending on your preference. Gar and Ray. R-E-I, Rai. Again, before voiced RPGs, I just kind of had to, as a kid, you just look at these things and kind of throw the letters together until something that resembles a name comes out. You may not always be right. You may always be wrong. That's okay. So, this is a very important place for my party in particular. Phoenix Tower is home of, spoiler alert, the Phoenix Summon. And let me tell you something, the Phoenix Summon will make my party effectively extremely hard to kill. Do I want to say invincible? Not quite invincible. Also, notice the Magus Rod enhancing the Sildra summon there? Oh, and free Reflect Ring. But I was kind of wondering, like, what was the trick to this? Because an NPC in the previous place was like, examine the walls. I was like, oh. It's actually much simpler than that. And then it sets in that, oh, it's gonna be one of these kinds of places, huh? Not the most variety as far as area look and whatnot. Enemies, kind of things we've seen before. Maybe not the lady wrapped up in the bouquet? But yeah, look at that Magus Rod enhanced magic there. It's quite good. That coupled with gold hairpin, you have got some DPS to die for. So I was looking at the two parts of the wall that you could look at. One of them just turned to stairs, the other turned into an enemy that will also turn into stairs. So I guess it's just luck of the draw. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. I mean, I think you do once you actually go into the fight, but if you choose the right part of the wall, then perhaps fortune will favor you and it'll be all good. But an enemy like this with a Bander Carl here, with Carl, just call him Carl. Kind of reminds me of Dark Beast Carl. Less electricity though. Somehow Carl is not in severe pain right now. Quick demonstration of the Gaia Bell as well. Somehow missed, but cast Quake anyway. I'm not sure if there's more to the Phoenix Tower than this. Like, I don't know if you choose a certain set of stairs, if you can get goodies. My instincts say no, because that sounds like a bad idea. And what matters, the real treasure in this place is at the top. Unless there's some super sword the Mystic Knight can use, or some other summon I haven't thought of. In Phoenix Tower. And we're just here for Phoenix. And as I was starting to say before I interrupted myself, Phoenix will effectively turn my party invulnerable. Maybe not invulnerable because they could still get instantly wiped by shit, but makes them much harder to kill. So Phoenix, for the low cost of 99 MP, will bring the entire, not the entire party. That's the one weakness of it. It will, it's like a Phoenix Down, only, like, really fucking good. Also, I saw this and was like, oh, I remember Final Fantasy VII. So when I saw this magic pot, I was like, oh yeah. Can't hit it, or I was going by Final Fantasy VII logic here. Can't hit it. Then use an elixir, then bam, you can hit it, right? Well, no. Apparently how it works here is that I think you either have to give them 3 elixirs, which is highway robbery, or each elixir gives them a chance of becoming vulnerable to attacks, which is kind of bullshit, because all you get for beating off the magic pot is a lot of experience in ABPA, which I do not need anymore. I mean, maybe if I were gonna have Beatus train in Geomancy and Summony, but I don't see the point, really, in doing that, because the synergy between Mystic Knight and Geomancer/Summoner is kind of non-existent. I mean, I suppose I could train him as a Geomancer just to give him a secondary ability, but it relies on magic, and the Mystic Knight's magic isn't fantastic. But anyway, another wall enemy. This is not a new enemy even, I don't think. I think this is, wasn't this a boss from before? And also, this is when I was assuming that Sildra was a lightning summon, because hey, you saw her, she spits lightning out. It's not any wind, there's lightning behind that wind. God. So you may see some continuity errors in this dungeon, because Phoenix Tower, I wouldn't call it exciting. So I'm trying to keep in just like, hey, this is the first time this has happened. Also, I'm not sure if this is an enemy or if he died from being stuck in the wall. Remember that episode of Star Trek Next Gen where there'd be phase shifts, and this freaked me out when I saw this as a little kiddo. Somebody got stuck in the floor and they were like, oh, you know, in agony, and they were dead. I was like, oh my god, what if that happens to me? No. So this is what my party has turned into, essentially. Just a powerhouse of damage. And once I get Phoenix, they will also be hard to kill. Also, I was getting really impatient by this point. It's like, look, just give me my fucking Phoenix, man. I just want it. It's like the last key to making my party the ultimate party, though there actually is one other thing. Oh, okay, no thank you. Just say no to pot. Magic pot. Kids. Okay. Getting a little carried away with my summons, even with the gold hairpins. It's a little on the costly side. See, I proactively edited this one, so I'm trying to remember where I am. Skipped into the 14th floor, skipping a battle for no reason, and hey! Remember Liquid Flame? Me neither. I'm not sure if Liquid Flame is particularly different than its boss counterpart. Though if I remember correctly, this one doesn't really morph into shit. It just kind of hands things off to you, lets you do whatever you want. But Shiva, along with Blizzaga on your Mystic Sword, that's pretty handy. Tries to give himself a handout by using Firaga for a quick heal, which reminds me, hey, don't you be doing that to me, bucko. He could stand to turn into his other form. He had a humanoid form that I remember being handsome. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm assuming there's no real difference between opening a door on the right and opening a door on the left. I'm just going for the quickest route. As I was saying earlier, though, there's one other thing missing. Well, I guess two other things missing, keeping from my party from being like the ultimate potential party. The party of immense power. One of them is Phoenix, which we'll get. And, you know, let's not fight. But do that again. Also, I had the idea just now, to put on Hermes sandals. Get some auto haste going on. Sure, Elven Mantle is great, helps you dodge, but haste is pretty good in Final Fantasy V, especially for the Mystic Knight, because you apply his thing to your weapon, then you get to go very, very quickly. And use it. That way you don't waste time cycling between different spell blades. I am pleased with my decision. And hey, we made it. Have you ever scaled 30 floors of stairs before? Party should be gasping and barely alive. You couldn't have picked us up at the bottom. Carried us up, huh? And now you're just leaving, you dick? Kryl, you think every creature is saying that. And he set the entire Phoenix Tower on fire. The party died. The end. Spray! Aw, I think. Not clear on what happened. And he wanted to wait until you were here to watch him brutally burn alive. He's kind of a dick like that. Sorry, Lena. Oh, and he set the tower on fire as well, just FYI. The doctor did his best, but your mother is turning into a dragon. I mean, the only cure is... That makes the flashback make more sense, actually. As if your pet has the cure, right? Lena, you're a geomancer. You can't use a knife, young lady. You're gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit if you want to... Okay. Well, I'm not gonna kill him. I just want to get his tongue. No, I'm one of those people who always has to go the Paragon route. To do the good guy thing. Which in this case is letting your mother die, I guess. Mother. Went with the Looney Tunes line delivery there. I think it works for this emotional scene. You know, for a low, low price of 99 MP, you can visit your pet whenever you want, which is now a phoenix. $99 MP though. Wait, is that 99 MP or am I thinking of Bahamut? It's one of those two. And also, it's like, wait, no, oh, Final Fantasy V, you dick. Though actually it's not really the game's fault. I think the game assumes you have used Time Mage at some point and you should have the escape ability or whatever it's called that lets you get out of the dungeon real quick. That's kind of a Fiesta flaw there. Have to deal with it, but anyway. Phoenix is great because it revives a dead party member with not, Phoenix down. Use one of those puny Phoenix downs. You get a nominal amount of HP back and that's, that's it. And you've used up an item. With a Phoenix summon though, you get him back with a full health, full complement of HP, and This is just a nice little bonus. All their MP comes back too, which is fantastic. So if you exhaust one of your summoners, all their MP, just let them eat it, then bring them back and boom. Then just rinse and repeat and you never have to really worry about running out of MP ever again. It's great. Summoners are a pretty balla class. Having 2 of them is all the better. This was a dungeon from World 1. There is another boss awaiting us at the end of this, and a very important one. We're getting another summon. We got the ultimate, well, I don't know if I call it a healing summon, but quite a good summon, and now we're going to get a very powerful offensive summon. Remember our good pal, old 3-frame Bahamut. I'm recording this after I posed in the last video the how do you say his name polling question. So I'll just call him the Bahaman for the time being. Alright, so skipping the fight a little bit to show you that this can happen. Oops. So you may be wondering how does one fix this problem? One idea is that you have the Mystic Knight's shell power. Maybe eat up the damage a little bit from the Mega Flare and have someone barely alive at the end of it. But instead I went with the, I bet he was already almost dead. Maybe I can kill him really fast since my party's powerful, hopefully? Let's see if that strategy pays off. So for lack of a better idea, slap on Drain, assuming Bio doesn't work. Now the Geomancer's ability actually in this fight is pretty damn good. That did a collective, what, almost 4K? 3,500 maybe around there? So you go with the standard buffs, and after you've done the standard buffs, you got the Mystic Knight dishing out damage pretty quickly. You got Golem protecting you from all his physical attacks. I don't remember if this Bahaman does anything that's reflectable. He mostly tries to claw your shit. Only problem with Gaia is that you have to hope you get the cave-in thing, because any of the other ones aren't particularly useful. The Mystic Knight kinda wish I had Flare. So the thing with Flare, I haven't had a chance to get it yet or test it out, but I think that just ups your damage like by a shitload, and it's non-elemental, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I may very well be. Haste is handy on the Mystic Knight because you do little 700, 800 damage plops that add up. Hopefully with the Gaia you get something good there. So my idea for strategy was, okay, so that he's doing more shit, which means his HP is probably low, which means he's probably got a Mega Flare banked up. So what can you do except try to keep Beatus alive and hopefully get the Geomancies in that will, I don't know if healing here was necessary, but I got a little scared that Golem may run out. In fact, I probably should have whipped out the elixirs, but let's see what happens. We need cave-ins. Cave-in is so strong that it may get him past the point where he uses Mega Flare and kill him outright. Uh-oh. So this is stressful, but it's okay, because we've got the ultimate healing summon. That just looked like a bunch of rebirth right there. Binding of Isaac rebirth. So probably could have dealt with a better, come into this with a better strategy than hopefully do a lot of damage until he's dead. But went with the yellow approach, and Well, let's just say that that strategy just so happens to have really paid off. Yes! We did it. And just like that, we got 2 of the best summons in the game, and there's even a couple of more that I've not gotten yet. Let's see, Odin? Need to get Odin. I think that's pretty good. And Leviathan, which maybe is good. I don't know. But we'll find out. We'll do some more errands in the next installment. Goodbye.